yesterday we generated 1,000 leads, and I'm going to go over our entire campaign structure that we have for testing and scaling campaigns in Meta. And I'm going to go over our creative principles, our testing structure, our audiences and targeting, our funnel math and KPIs, and then our scaling campaign structure. And I'm going to go deep into the ad creation process, the ads manager, publishing, how you can even structure your campaigns, and then I'm going to go over the scaling campaign. And if you stay to the end, you'll be able to get access to this document as well. So let's get into it. And before I go on, excuse the audio because I'm downstairs, not at the dungeon, but let's get into it. So the ad creative process, right? We want to have specific ads that we're testing that all have that one angle. So we're going to have one angle, and this is going to be in batch one. So we're going to have one angle and then hook, hook, hook. So these are 4 ads, and then our body copy is the same across all ads, and then this creates the 4 ads like I was saying. And then we're going to test angle 2, test angle 3, angle 4. So that's how we test ads, and that's a whole nother video itself. It's creating the ad, and I'll make that video of the ad creation process that we have because it can go into big detail. But basically, to explain it in short, you want to pull out different triggers that you're targeting within your ICP. So for fitness, right? Everybody wants to look better, everybody wants to get in shape. So the pain that they have is that they're out of shape and they can't take their shirt off at the gym. So your ad can open up with angle 1. Do you feel embarrassed when you go out to the beach and you can't take your shirt off, and different things like that, or at the pool? That's a big pain point. This will get this person to not only stay on the ad, but most likely convert, and that's batch 1. And then you're going to be testing different hooks around that one pain. And then you have your body copy delivering on that pain, giving them the desire that they want, and then how they can fix it and get to their desired situation within the ad. Now, for testing ads, you always want to be in an ABO, and what that is where Meta controls the spend per ad. So it's spending per ad set, and a CBO is where it's spending per campaign. So in a CBO, you set an overall campaign budget of daily spend, and it will go and just spend on the highest converting ad, whereas in an ad set level, you can actually control it on the ads that you're testing, and Meta will spend across these 4 ads in each ad set, because you're setting the budget at the ad set level, not at the campaign level. So that's just the easiest way I can explain it. And then, of course, you can see it here visually. Now, remember, you're only testing one thing at a time per ad set. So whether it's the angle, whether it's the funnel, whether it's the copy, like the body copy, you only want to test one thing, because if you're testing an angle and then a funnel, you don't know which one worked when you get the results back in the data back. Now, going into the different campaigns that you want to be testing, we set it up to where we keep images separate from videos, because I think Meta might spend more on images or videos, and that's just another variable that we have to take into account. So please separate them when you're creating your campaigns and you're testing your creatives. Now, whether images or videos convert better or less, I think it's specific to the ad itself, the creative itself, and also the industry as well. And then when you go into your different ad sets, you want to do broad for sure, and then you can test different targeting. So we right now are seeing the best results with broad, and I know a lot of people say this, but I think that now Facebook has enough data, and if you watch my last video, which I'll put up on the screen, and in that video I show you how to send your own browser and server data back to Facebook so that can optimize in whatever audience targeting that you're doing, whether it's broad or whether you have your interest stacks within your targeting options. And I also have a video on how to set that up on my channel that you guys can go watch as well. And remember, all ad copy, creative, and angles all stay the same, and then your testing the audiences within the ABO campaign, and then you can start another campaign with new creatives, and you just want to keep testing creatives and seeing which ones are the winners. And when you're seeing what to validate your creatives with, these are the KPIs that you need to look at. You're not just chasing the CPL. A lot of people do that and just look at the conversion data when you need to also look at the click-through rate. If it's a video ad, the video view rate. If people are watching it through and then clicking through and they're not converting, then that's a funnel problem. That's not necessarily an ad problem. And also, of course, the cost per lead, and then cost per qualified lead. So maybe you have an ad that is getting higher cost per lead, but these people are way higher quality, so that is considered a winning ad if you are running that, whether it's an image or video. And of course, you want to be testing different campaigns, whether it's videos or you can also have lookalikes within your targeting options if you already have data on your account. And of course, it's not just one campaign or two campaigns, multiple campaigns, multiple creatives, and you want to be testing a lot of creatives per week, and also testing your funnels, A/B testing your landing pages, different things. But that's a whole nother video. This is more on creative testing and the structure to set it all up, and also now the scaling. Once you find your winning ads, you want to put it in a CBO campaign, and this is where Meta optimizes the spend. So you set a budget for the entire campaign, and then Meta will go into each and every single ad set, find the creatives that are working, and spend on those certain creatives. And of course, you want to be testing more targeting options or audiences per ad set, and then just take and separate it. I would do a CBO campaign for images and then a CBO campaign for videos, just so that you know for sure and you can optimize it further, and Meta will do its thing and spend on those winning ads. But you also want to look at the metrics once again to see when those winning ads aren't winning anymore and your costs are going higher and higher and higher. And you also want to look at your KPIs when you are scaling up your budget on these campaigns, because you're going to want to spend more if you're getting very good results. But spending more isn't always the option, and that's what you want to look at, because if you can spend less and get a higher return on ad spend, then you don't necessarily have to scale. But of course, scaling is the goal here with the CBO campaign. So just to summarize, CBO is for scaling and ABO is for testing. But you can do a ton of other things within Meta, like bid caps and scheduling your budget to spend at a certain time, which works very well for e-commerce because buyers have a certain time that a buying window, and it all depends on your demographic, industry, all that. I can make another video on that, but I honestly think that simple is better with anything that you're doing, especially on Meta. And if you just hyper focus on the creative, videos, images, what you're saying within the creative, what the copy is on the landing page, the funnel, all that stuff, the creative and the funnel matters more than anything that you're going to be doing with your targeting and all of that, because Meta has enough data on everyone to go and target for you. So if you can just hyper focus on the things that matter the most, which is your funnel congruency and the creative congruency with your funnels and the marketing message that you're putting out within your campaigns, whether you're trying to generate leads or customers, that is what is going to give you exponential results within Meta. Remember to just hyper focus on what's already working and looking at winning creatives within the ad library, using ad spy tools, and hyper focusing on the creative, the psychology, the triggers, the structure, whether it's a video or an image ad, and really understanding who you're selling to, because it is cold traffic. It's very different than warm traffic, and making sure that you have your creative and funnel congruency within your entire strategy or funnel per se that you have within your campaigns. So if you guys want the doc, I'll put it in the resources doc that I'm going to leave in the description, and I'm going to do these every day on marketing, systems, operations that I do within my business, and trying to just put out as much value as I can, and hopefully I can do these every day. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.